If you're new to Conda, you might struggle to remember every single subcommand that is available to you. In this short video, I want to cover a couple that I always struggle with, specifically how to remove an environment. I always keep forgetting that, and that is because there's some inconsistencies in the command line tool. To create an environment, you do conda create and then the environment name plus a couple of other extra options. However, for removal, there's no conda remove environment. You have to remove an environment via the env subcommand, that is conda env remove, and then the environment name. So I'll cover a couple of those inconsistencies and some other things that I think you might find useful, that I definitely find useful and tend to put in practice in my day-to-day usage of Conda. Alright, so I'm in my terminal here and I'm going to show you a few of the commands from Conda that are really useful and will get you help you get started when you're dealing with environments, installing packages. So the first one is, of course, to create one. I'm not going to show you how to install Conda, but definitely going to go through some of these commands. So conda create, and here we're going to pass -- name, and when I call this say for example example, so it's going to create an environment called example. Now here we also have the ability to pass in a specific Python version, which is kind of useful, right? So now this is one of the differences between using virtual env that might not be available. In virtual env, you are using whatever environment the virtual env is coming from. So here we're going to say Python, say for example Python 3.8, why not? And optionally, I can also pass in some packages. So if I want pip installed or available, or some other popular package, like say for example Flask, I can do that here. So let's just use pip as an example. I'm going to use Python 3.8. I'm going to hit return, and this is going to pre-populate a lot of the things that are going to get installed, including pip, as you can see right here. So yes, I'm going to say proceed, and this is going to download all of these dependencies, including you can see Python 3.8 is getting there downloaded and installed and preparing for that transaction. So once this is complete, Conda will have this environment created, but it will not activate that. So next, let's take a look at environments. So we have one created that is called example. So now I'm going to do conda info --ems, and I will list all of the things that are available for me. So here I have a base. The base, this is the one that will always be activated when my shell, my terminal starts. And then I have a few others: CSV linter, Scrappy, Speecher, and temp, which is a temporary one that I have. Now we've created the example one, and that's right there. So this will give you a good idea of where you're at, which one's activated, that is noted by this asterisk right here. You can see base is the one that is activated, and it's also pretty telling that it's also right there in your prompt. All right, so let's activate our example environment, and the way we're going to do that is using conda activate example. So you can see now that my prompt has changed from base to example right here at the bottom, and what we can do here also is run conda info ems, and you can see that the asterisk has changed to example. All right, well, that's all pretty good. I can do some work here. I can install, I can verify where is pip, which pip points to exactly where example is. That's perfect. And I may want to deactivate and be somewhere else, and I can do conda deactivate, of course, and that definitely works. Now, one of the things is that some of these commands are not very consistent, right? So we saw how to create an environment, and we did that with conda create, but there's no conda remove, right? So if we want to say remove the example one, what we're going to do is we're going to use conda env, right? If we take a look at conda env, there is a remove subcommand, which is a remove an environment. And remove does take a -n or -- name. So we go deeper into the help menu here and say conda env and say remove -- help to see what options are available. Yes, we can see that conda env remove -- name and then the name of the environment. So if we really want to remove our example environment, we're going to say -- name or -n example, and that is going to remove all packages in environment envs and examples. So now we do conda info -- we'll see that example. It is no longer there. Now another last command that I think is useful is conda list, and that will produce absolutely everything that is installed in the current environment. In this case, this is the base environment, and you can see all of the things that are available here. So that's it. That is the way I try to get started with Conda, some of the useful commands that I find, and specifically how to remove an environment, which is kind of tricky, and it takes me a while every time I forget how to remove one, how to actually get that done. Hopefully this is useful for you.